Yes, you're locked in the segment called Talk the Ting with Kim here inside Fantastic Friday on News Talk 93 FM. Yes, Mr. Fresh Concepts alongside Adenike. Alright, so we're talking to you about knowing the difference between love and infatuation.
Mm-hmm.
Is it love?
Or is it infatuation?
Yeah. Is it love? Is this love that I'm feeling? I think that's the same question Bob there asks, Yeah. Is this real, true love? And right about now, people out there playing love games. And I love they must have play games.
They must have play.
So we're gonna try and figure out how can we tell the difference between love and infatuation. We're looking at 5 key areas. We looked at 3 so far. We have 2 more to go. So we're just gonna do a quick recap. 5 areas we want to look at is 1, is it a long time or is it just an instant spark? 2, you want to look on whether it's going to be, are you focusing on fantasy or are you focusing on reality? You're focusing on what could be, we could be, skipping through the meadows, or are you focusing on what you actually are doing as a couple? And number 3 on our list, we looked at, is this a short-term excitement or is it a long-term commitment? So we have all these areas we want to focus on, and that will help us to find out whether or not it's love or infatuation. All right. So just before the break, what were we looking at? We were looking at the whole excitement of just loving a person because of what they can give you.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I give her a gift every month, or she gives me a gift every month, and the 1 month she don't give a gift, you don't like her again.
Like her.
So that does it give you love?
I just give you love. That's it, and that's
where they can take you, or if they love you for who them know, all these kind of things. If you not do this, you can.
Yeah.
So many conditions. So it's not really a true love situation.
And then they might look on the rich people. They're actually in love.
Yeah.
And we grow together from them poor and rich. And they might look at them man buy Cartier, buy this, buy that.
Yeah.
And then you look on your little.
well, I mean, you can, and then that is true. That is you have levels to it,
Yeah.
For example, you have somebody can say, all right, I buy her a Nike shoes.
Them can afford Bridget and Nike.
AliExpress can say, I can buy you the Bridget.
Yeah.
AliExpress can say, I can buy you the red bottom or the Louis or the Tory bird. So you have different levels, but you think say if you not get up there, so the love no then.
Right, you have to wait until wait.
Find out what going on, man.
Wait.
All right. So, we're gonna find out what else you can look at to find out whether or not it's love versus infatuation. Here is another area. Wait, before we get to the areas, I saw some comments on the live. Let me just jump into those. Welcome back to those on the live as well. I like how you guys are keeping us interactive. I like that. Big up to those of you on WhatsApp, 876-792-3530. Yes, welcome back. Apologies to those of you on the Instagram live. We're back. And we are still in our discussion segment. We're looking at knowing the difference between love and infatuation.
Yeah.
As I said, we looked at 3 points before. We have 2 more to go. Let's take a look.
So, self-centered versus other focus. So, infatuation can be a bit self-centered. It's about how you feel when you're around the person, how happy they make you feel. Love is a bit more about the other person's well-being. You want what's best for them, even when it's not convenient for you. So, if you're more focused on what you're getting out of the relationship than what you're giving, that might be infatuation.
Wow, this mash up a lot of people right now. So you see, they would say that infatuation is self-centered. All about what you can get. Me. Yes. And when you are deep in love now, or when you're in a
make sacrifices,
you're all about concerning on how the other person feels, what you can do for the other person. And that's how you can tell, how do I know when somebody loves me?
You start think about them. You start certain decisions that you make. You say, I wonder how this will affect him.
There you go.
I wonder if she'll be okay with this. Certain things like that. I can say, no, I really love her for sure.
So when you think about this, have you ever been in love before? I know some of you go and like, you never know love yet. But yeah, This is definitely when you realize that you are caring, considering more about the person.
Yeah.
That's when it's growing into love.
But I mean, no, say my mother love me for sure.
I want you to have sure you have it. That's how you know a parents. That's why it's
My
easy
mother,
to identify.
and I think she's actually listening right now.
Big up to mama. Yeah. But that's a big sign of how you know a parent's love. Parents, if you see a parent right now, I eat big chicken and rice, and I give the pitney one piece of bread or whatever, and butter, something wrong.
No.
Something wrong.
Me don't know them the lifestyle.
Something wrong. You'll more find a parent that love the child and give the child a proper chicken and all them something there, and the parents love the back and eat our crackers. That's when you see say, yo, okay, this is a person that is giving themselves more. Yeah, more you want to give more than you're getting, and that's how you know it's love. So for all I know out there, if you don't get that feeling from the person, or you are not giving that person the care, then you know say honoring love. Yeah. If your partner after beg you say, can you consider me, or can you think about how this affects me? If your partner after beg you them steps there,
look within yourself.
Yeah.
Look within yourself.
Some love missing right there, so. Look
within yourself.
Some love is missing right there. So you might think you love, but I don't love that yet, people.
Infatuation.
That. Alright, so I see some comments coming in on the live. Welcome back to those people on the live as we're looking at the difference between love and infatuation. Fiona says, powerful words, amen to that. And Adenike says, proud of my daughter. And that's all like a mom there, so alright.
I'm a mother. Hi, mommy.
So you name Adenike and she's Adenike.
No, sorry.
We feel it. Don't worry yourself. But love is there, alright? And as I say, people, these are things that you need to just pause wherever you are in a relationship and figure out, is this love? Is this infatuation? Alright. So we move on to point number 5.
Alright. So we have insecurity versus security. So infatuation can come with a lot of insecurity, constant doubts, jealousy, fear of losing the person. That's because it's not deeply rooted as yet. Love tends to bring more emotional security. You trust each other, you feel safe, and you're not constantly anxious about the relationship ending. If the connection brings more stress, highlight stress, than peace, you know, that's a red flag right there.
That's a red flag.
And we all know what the red flag is, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay. No, but it's straightforward, you know, people. In your relationship should never be more stress than peace.
Me say, some people, you know, you see some of them girls out there, so I wonder, how which girl in the beside? That
isn't love. You cannot be. If you are constantly worrying whether the person doing somebody else know, if the person not gonna lift you, all of these something.
Better you go and go sleep and know the relationship thing alone.
You're clearly not comfortable, and if you're not comfortable in the relationship, something wrong with the love right there. Either you love and the person don't love you, or you are just caught in infatuation and you know the person don't love you. Yeah.
And some way, we know when somebody like we and don't like we, so we need to take up a belonging.
There are signs. You
don't deserve that, auntie.
There will be signs. Why the connection look like it gone again? IG all out. I'm put on my hotspot just in case. It is on. So please connect to the hotspot if the Wi-Fi drop. Okay. So as I said, you there will be signs.
Yeah.
Pay attention to the sign. Don't live in dreamland. That is infatuation.
Come on, please.
You have some people in a 1 year infatuation now, 2 year infatuation now.
Lord God.
No.
Infatuationism should not pass 3 months.
Exactly.
3 the most.
Yes. But some people drag it out. Me I tell you, how when people are rude or carry the boy don't love you.
He don't love you.
I shall tell them same way. He does. And the same thing with the guy. Bridging, you know, she say, I use you. She love me, bro. She
no,
love me.
she don't.
Every time I buy
She
her
know
a
what
gift,
you can do for
every
her.
time I buy her a gift, she tells me that. I'm like,
Yeah, because who wouldn't?
bro, but did she answer your calls, bro? No. Until I tell her that I'm sending a gift, that's when she answer. I mean, you can see this, as I said, infatuation. It's exciting, you know.
Yeah.
But there's an emptiness, and that comes where we talk about the security and no security thing, insecurity and security.
Because you know, and deep down, you know, that is why I don't feel secure.
Exactly. You know, say something very shaky. Yeah. You know, say Breeze can blow the relationship now, and it mash up. And that's how you know it's but you tell yourself, oh my gosh, we're in this forever. And you know, say, don't do yourself that. Don't do that. All right. So people, be aware of these signs. Look out for these signs. You can tell whether it's just love or it's just infatuation. You can know the difference.
Infatuation, nobody know.
It's not a bad thing. But don't give it.
You need to know when enough is enough and to stop it.
Yeah. Know where it's going. So infatuation is fine, but it's not something for you to build on. Build when it becomes love. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Fiona says they're falling out of love, them in love with the benefits. Yeah, that's it. That's true. So people just know when it's infatuation, you want to give it some time. So nobody say, okay, we are not married tomorrow and all these things. Yeah, give it some time. Let me see how the person operates here. You find some different areas in the relationship. Yeah, bring the person. You start, spend a little time with them. Spend a day. Yeah, I don't think you can actually say you love somebody and you never even spend a 20. I would say 24 hour, 48 hour with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, as in not just go out with them 9 o'clock Friday night and left 9 a.m. Friday morning. No. I'm talking at least a 2 days period spend with the person. When you wake up, when you eat breakfast, when you do something throughout the day, and then you go to the bed, and then you wake up again the next day.
I really agree with that.
Why?
Why?
Why you mean? What you don't agree with though? What part you don't agree with? Talk to me.
I don't know. I feel like dead.
No, I'm not saying, all right, you're not saying you're not going to do anything,
Then
I'm just saying, you wake up together, as you share the same space. And everybody just sleep in the same room. I can go out with things, You must can't control themselves. I'm talking about the time when they spend. So even if you say, okay, me sleep myself, you sleep in the next room or whatever, I'm talking about, for example, you need to know if the person snore or the person kicking at the sleep.
Yeah, but like in about 2 or 5 months part, right? That's or something.
No, but I agree with. I'm not saying you're gonna do that the same night. I'm saying you can't say you love somebody.
Yeah, I agree.
Unless you spend that 48-hour period. So whether it's anywhere within that year period, I put it, or even after the year, I'm gonna live together or spend a little time together. But I would assume at some point, when you spend a little time together, like 1 weekend or something, that then after that you can tell yourself whether or not you love the person. Because there's no way you're gonna tell if you love the person. You don't know if they're kicking and then sleep. You don't know if they snore. You don't know if they're talking and they sleep. You don't know if they are what you call it now, a disrespectful person when they wake up in the morning. You simply say, hi, good morning, baby.
Don't talk to me.
You know what I'm saying? People are different at certain times of the day. And if you're not experiencing that time of day with them, then you really don't know the truth them. That's why I would tell you, so you need point number one, you need to spend time instead of just living on the instant spark. Point number two, you need to focus on fantasy versus reality. Well, you need to focus on reality versus fantasy. So, let me put that this. So, infatuation is an instant spark. Love takes time. Infatuation focuses on fantasy. Love focuses on reality. Infatuation is short-term thrill and excitement. But love is a long-term commitment. Yeah? All right. 4, infatuation is self-centered. The person just want to know me, what me I get, what me I do, right? But love is focused on your partner. How can I make them happy? What are they doing today? Can I be a part of their day? I want to spend time with them. Can I make them happy? What can I do to make her smile? That is when you know you're getting into love. And number 5,
insecurity.
Infatuation lives on insecurity. You know, if the person like you, if the person ever answer you back, you're not sure, you know, so the person probably have all 10 other people, but here you are hanging by a thread. I'm in love with you. And you know, say it's not stable. And love now is based on security. Right now, when you love somebody, really, really love,
you're not thinking about which girl it might talk to over there, so you don't care about that.
We know you're not swear for nobody, but I'm just saying, you're not bust your brain. What time of day it is?
Why you not answer me? This, that, and the third.
Everything you question and you doubt, I don't think that's love. That is sounds that's very much insecure, and that sounds like infatuation. So what do you think, people? Tell us your views. Have you ever mistaken infatuation for love, or the other way around? How did you figure it out? Talk to me. Let me jump on the comments here on Instagram Live, Funtastic 93 FM. People, just hit the follow button if you're not yet following. Welcome to Funtastic Fridays. We're now in the 2,000 crew. Hopefully we can get to 3,000 soon by month of June.
Period.
All right. Let's see here. Fiona says, and just be honest with yourself. That is it. That is it.
Like, we know when somebody like
we have the size, man.
We know.
But I've said the people
stop be delusional.
They had a term for it a couple years back. The term kind of faded out, but we gotta bring it back. Don't be a yam. Don't be a yam. Don't be a yamela. Yamabel. No, you know the signs, and
you know
when you're a yam,
deep down,
them say you see the sign and you just run up the line same way.
Yeah.
Don't be that. Don't be the yam. All right. Don't be the lulu, as they say. If it's not working, Fiona says it's not working.
It's not working.
That is it.
That's okay.
That's it.
That's okay if it don't work. It's okay.
Unbeatable says sounds like Lionel. Not like when women snore. No, the problem is, I know I snore. So the man come tell me, say, oh, you snore, blah, 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 me don't like you. And that's my fault. When me feel to myself when me sleep. I can't catch you over there. But I'm not going to do. When me know when I sleep. Anyway, right? I know I snore. So if a lady snore and me snore, we have to play music and like, right? we will do our own symphony. That is fine. But I just want you to know that some people have some strange pet peeves, and it's like when it's 6 months in the relationship, a year in the relationship, them just pay attention to the pet peeve.
You never really like me from money, man.
Yeah, which is right. They really don't like the person, But guess what? They might try and lie to themselves. Yeah, it's true. And then here's what happens when they don't like the person now. When it comes down to that 1 year point, I them say something that really go downhill.
Everything they do.
I could have the man just take the fork and put it on the dish, and it's a problem.
And the man, me tell you, if him chew too hard, you don't like the chewing.
That is where you know say it's done. It's done there, so nobody hackle up yourself. That is the end. And it says, and don't talk in your sleep either. I can't, as I said, I know I can't say I know, but I'm not familiar of myself talking in my sleep. I probably did so when I was a bit younger. But I've known people that talk in their sleep, and it's not crazy like you need to worry about it or nothing, but it can be frightening. Because I remember when I was a schoolboy, and me and my brother did share a room. Him go play cricket the day. I come home tired and all these things.
Everything.
Me, I go in the room, make a bathroom, and I make the light, I come back to the room. Me and my brother, Hajay! I put my show to that cricket. I frighten you, see? When I turn on the light, the man over there asleep.
Oh, God.
I cricket the man I play there and sleep. So, I know the talking in the sleep happens, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know if you really love the person, I don't think that should stop you. Because when you are asleep, well, I mean, as I say, it depends on the level. Because if you never tell a proper full story, I sleep.
No, sir.
I mean, everybody have their preference, so you just have to know where you can work with.
And if you really love the person, then them could have walk in them sleep.
Exactly. It shouldn't really affect you because you're supposed to reach a deeper level than that. But like I said, if it's your pet peeve or something that you can't live with, we understand. That's gonna be a deal breaker for you, and that's fine. Just make sure so you're honest with yourself. Alright. Unbeatable says murder. Baby J says everybody snore. Unbeatable says not everybody, my dear.
And everybody snore for true.
No, it's not. Really actually, based on the scientific fact that we make sounds when we breathe, everybody does snore, but it's the level. Because if you really go close to somebody when they don't snore, you hear that little right? But snoring is when it reach up to the nose.
Well, my would reach up this one.
Yeah, when you reach up there, nose up like top of the cavity part of it, and it start to shake. That's when it start making louder noise. And usually it happens when people have difficulty breathing in their sleep. So yeah, you know, it creates a vibration that makes that loud snoring sound. I know some people have different level of snore. You have the regular.
Shake the earth when him snore.
I have some deep. I saw them myself. So you know, they're different. You cannot tell a person what them can work with. If it's driving them miserable, I cannot tell it to stay. I cannot tell you. But imagine you find somebody 2-3 years of nice, loving relationship, and you know you're hearing them snore for the 67,000 times, and it affects you. Use exactly. So you find a solution if you really love it. And I mean, that's like it, you know, there are ways to go around it. You put on earmuffs. Even one person said them go sleep in another room, and I'm saying that sounds a bit risky, but if you find your way, you find your way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Just do a work for the two.
Make it work. That is it. And be honest with yourself. But I go there next week, you can't sleep and can't stand to be next to the person. Make it just be the snore you have vibe. You know what I'm saying? So be real with yourself, people. Let me see here. Lots of comments coming in. Fiona says, get to know each other. That's important. And that's how you do it. Spend time together. Not just you just come at me yard and make cook and you go back home. No. You need to go to your yard and see you cook to and them something. We need to experience on both sides.
Really? Oh, she wash her hands.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah, exactly.
Really
you need to figure out what happens. Them beard with raga soap. What?
Yeah, what?
Them dry off. Them brush teeth at night. What? You need to find out these things. Fiona says that's the whisper snore. Exactly. A soft one. All right. And here's your trivia question for today. I want to thank everybody. So as I said, that's our topic for today. Knowing the difference between love and infatuation. And we're going to go to our trivia question right now. Now, these two questions are very easy. The first person to answer both questions correctly, you have to send the answer as one comment. Nobody send one and then 2 minutes later send the next one. Only one make a look fun. Alright? So send your answers together. So you put 1, that answer, 2, that answer. Alright? So here's your trivia question for the day. You're gonna win a double credit prize. So that's $200 phone credit. If you can answer this question correctly.
Mom, win the credit so you can send me here. We need so you can send me.
Nah, that sounds like infatuation. And I really love that. Alright, so here's your question. How many points did we look at when we're talking about love versus infatuation? And give me an example of one of the points. Simple. 2 questions. How many points did we look at? And give me an example of one of those points that we looked at. Simple. I hope you guys were paying attention. Very easy. Very easy. We repeated it a couple times. We got about a minute and a half left in the show. As if you want to drop in a comment. Alright. Yeah. You got a minute and a half to go, people. I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. Adenike, what going for the weekend? What's popping?
What's popping? Studying is popping.
If she never said studying a while ago, I was getting like off the show because she tell me she has exam coming up. So me I listen.
I have assignments to
I was listening. Assignments to do?
Yeah.
But I like school. I like how school are going. I don't like how school are going. We're getting the comments coming in, people. We got just under a minute to go in the show, and we are make it flow.
Oh, we need to make me sing.
Which rhythm? Can you do them? Yeah, all right. You're appetite? When you're ready, just let me know.
See that? Love.
What? Okay.
Love. is not infatuation.
Ah.
Love. Everybody needs to experience.
We're going for the song, people. The first line never bad, but the second line, we're gonna put it together. Unbeatable says, see, Unbeatable mix up the question. Alright, she put the second answer first and the first answer second. Alright, we're gonna see if she gets it. Let's see here. Unbeatable says, oh, she fixed it up, no? Fiona says 6 points. Love is in depth, spark versus over time. Unbeatable says time versus instant spark, and we discussed 5 points. So we discussed 5 points, people, and one of them was actually time versus instant spark. Alright, we're gonna give Adenike some cold few minutes right now.
Guys, I'm struggling.
Hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. Stay safe out there. Unbeatable our winner for today. Congrats. Thanks to everybody for tuning in. All the artists that passed through. Have a fantastic weekend.
Bye.